Hi guys, how you doing? And welcome to another Warlord Wednesday where we're going to be looking at this. Well actually, no, we're not going to be looking at this. We're going to be talking about ways of destroying this. Now obviously having an American army is what I'm creating, an armoured infantry, mechanised infantry. I'm not going to have much luck with Sherman tanks against this unless I can get on the rear. And that's about as far as I'm going to be able to get, which is a bit of a shame because I can't have the Firefly. So I'm looking at vehicles that are going to have the same kind of scariness, same kind of fear I'm going to be able to cause in my enemy opponents. So what can I do? What can I get, I should say, that's going to cause trouble for these? Well, I need some tank destroyers. Now, what better tank destroyer to go for than the good old Hellcat, the M18 Hellcat. It's a beautiful tank, built for speed, light armour, a good gun, some fantastic explosive ammo that caused all sorts of trouble for the enemy. In fact, the Panthers skirts were created just to deal with this gun, from what I know. Now, it also had a fantastic engine that could be pulled out of the back. Basically, the back would open up, a panel would drop down, and the engine could literally be slid out or rolled out, so to speak, unplugged and rolled out, so the guys could work on it in the field, where most tanks would have to have their engine pulled out, lowered and worked on. This one just slid all the way out the back. It was a Continental R975 9-cylinder radial piston gasoline engine that could just slide back in again, which was fantastic. Now, like I said, the armour pretty thin, but the weapon on it very, very good. And also the speed made up for it, being able to tuck yourself behind something, slip out fire and tuck back again. And that was why I think the Hellcat is a fantastic tank. Quick, dangerous, and not to be underestimated. Now in the game I think it has the recon rule, which allows it to step out, take a pot shot and then disappear back in again. That way you can always keep your enemy on their toes. So the Hellcat's a fantastic tank, but what else can I get to cause more trouble for Panthers? Well, here we have the M36 tank, well I should say gun motor carriage, now otherwise known as the Jackson. Now I've got to say the Jackson is possibly one of my favourite tanks on World of Warcraft, World of Tanks I should say, not World of Warcraft, unless they brought tanks into the game, I don't know. It's a fantastic tank. It's got some great armour, it's a little bit slower, but it has some great potential to cause as much damage as possible to the enemy. Again, it's a 5-man crew. And this time you've got a commander, a 3-man gun crew and 1 driver. It has, I think it weighed something like 29 tons. It comes with a 90mm gun and a 50 cal machine gun on the top. Now these would freak the hell out of me. To be fair, if I was given this to drive, I know a lot of the tank hunters or tank destroyer crews talked very fondly about these vehicles, but imagine having to be the tank commander, sticking your head up on an open turret vehicle that has no protection, and some say that it was very cold also in the winter, so they didn't bother sleeping inside their vehicles, they slept on the outside. Again, from stories that I've read about and watched on documentaries, and the same with the Hellcat, because I think there's a Hellcat is an air-cooled engine, so it sucked the air in through the main turret into the engine area. So I've got to say, these are the vehicles I'm hoping that are going to cause a little bit of damage and make my enemy think twice about how they play their Panthers. So guys, you be safe, that's you there, you be good, and I'm going to see you very, very soon. You take care.